We'll be getting started in just a minute. Setting up, doing a couple things before we start our little podcast. We will be talking in just a minute. If you come in, don't go nowhere. And we'll be talking in a minute. What's up, y'all? I'm finishing up a couple things and then we will be getting to the talk. I just want y'all to know what we about to be talking about. So that's the thumbnail. There's been a lot going on. And from all the videos I've been watching, I believe that all of us needs this. I'm not really sure how much that we need it. But like I said, I'm finishing up a few more things and we're going to be getting down to the talk. It's just been a lot going on in life where It's a lot of women out here being left alone with these children. And we just got to get to the bottom of this because it's very overwhelming. So I know personally that a lot of women are going through this right now. So I just want to throw my story out there. Like I said, I'm getting a couple more things ready. Y'all gonna see the screen all night while we talking. And I'm gonna just be going through my little scripts, the segments that we'll be going through tonight while we talking. Again, if you want to know, stay tuned in. We'll be starting shortly. If y'all want to know what's going on, I'll be talking real soon. I'm just straightening up a couple things right now, and then we'll be starting to talking about this whole topic. Period. All right now, I hope y'all ready. We about to get started. We starting real soon. Hold up. Script. We finna start in a minute. If y'all want to know what's going on, stay tuned. Found it, found it, found it. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope we're all doing fine. I'm gonna set the tone. Well, I'm just gonna say we see the title. From Broken to Build. We're gonna be talking on our podcast today about moms who's been through so much. Let me tell you, I've met so many of them. So many of them. And they're still pushing and fighting to figure out how to make it work while they're left alone and still chasing behind this entity that doesn't care. We all fall for the okie doke. No one can be judged. Um, when you love, you just love, you know. There's not much you can do about that. So, um, like I said, I'm going to set the tone and I'm just going to start talking. Eventually, throughout the video, you guys will hear the music turning on and off. So that means that I'll be reading something. don't even know if I'm ready for all of this. But we'll see. Darkness falls. We're gonna do darkness falls. Now I don't know how much of that y'all can hear, but like I said, the music will turn on from time to time. I was emailing myself um, so that I'll be able to do this podcast. But the moment, we all live by the moment. But a lot of us live there. But right now, I'm living in the moment. I gotta go moment by moment because things are getting very overwhelming. Shall I say for a lot of us, don't let it take you over. So we're gonna start here. Hey, beautiful souls, it's Lucretia, and welcome back to Why Rest on True Souls Stories, where we don't just talk about life, we talk about how life talks back. Life do talk back. Understand, when we ask questions, the answers are given back. So just pay attention and be careful what you wish for. People say time heals all wounds, but they don't want you to do while you're bleeding. They want you to sit and bleed. They don't want you to fight. They don't want you to know why you're bleeding. They just want you to bleed. And then eventually, we know what comes after that, because blood don't last forever. But tonight's story is mine. 15 years wrapped in lessons. 15 years wrapped in lessons I didn't ask for, but apparently needed. I cannot fight. I needed them. So we're going to start here. Part 1. The fall. I built a family, a home, and dreams I thought would last forever. Then one day, Forever packed his bags and walked away. I went from a house full of plans to trying to find shelter for me and 4 babies. One night I looked around and realized everything I used to depend on was gone, except me. And that's when I learned what everything really means. It's not the roof. It's not the relationship. It's not the picture people see online. Everything is that quiet heartbeat that says you still have a chance. If you're in that place right now, breath, you don't have to have the next 10 steps. You just need one today. Y'all hear me? If you're in that place right now, breathe. You don't have to have the next 10 steps. Just need one today, right now. That's coming up. Don't worry about everybody else and what they got going on. Just figure out what you have to have going on. So now let's go into the fight. Let me tell you, survival, it's not glamorous. Man, let me tell you, we be crying in the shower. We be praying over empty refrigerators. It's showing up with puffy eyes and still saying, let's go. Y'all, puffy eyes. Get your shoes on. And we all know who we talking to. But the strength isn't loud. It's the whisper that says, do it again tomorrow. Do it again tomorrow. Oh, do it again tomorrow. And that could mean anything. Do it again tomorrow could be you going to the park with your kids again. It could be you calling somebody constantly. It could be you filling out job applications over and over and over. But something inside said, do it again tomorrow. So let's do it. Well, let me tell y'all. My kids, they kept me moving. They keep me moving. There was cereal to pour, laughter to chase. I didn't have time. I just didn't have time for a breakdown. I didn't have time to feel what I was going through. But let me tell y'all something. That was a blessing in disguise. The fact that I didn't know that what I was going through at the moment was going to hinder me so deeply. A few years, not even years, months, days. I mean, y'all, listen. Days later. But like I said, a blessing in disguise. And the only reason I say it's a blessing in disguise is because I used to sit and think that I was holding my babies up. And the whole time they was holding me up. Let me tell y'all, without these babies, I wouldn't even have been able to keep pushing. It's been so much in the laughter, the joy and happiness that I have to bring to them that they also reciprocate back to me. Listen, it's worth it. It's worth it when it comes from the smile of a child and it's genuine. And they know why you're fighting. But all the time I used to think I was holding them up. Until I started to realize that without them, I wouldn't still be up. You ever notice kids find a reason to giggle in the middle of chaos? They do. They giggle for no odd reason. Why you sitting up there angry? Chaos. But don't forget the look on your face made it even funnier. Let's just remember that. But also remember that giggle becomes therapy. And they giggle for no odd reason because they're hiding emotions, mental triggers, physical anxiety, and so much more. So much more. But that's another story. The awakening. The awakening. For 2 years, I tried to fix what I didn't break. I tried to fix what I didn't break. After 2 years, I told myself I was fighting for my family, but really I was chasing a dream that didn't exist anymore. Then one day I stopped running. I just stopped. I was like, I mean, okay, if it's not about the family, let's just make it about the kids. I don't want to fight for you no more. I just want you to be around your kids. I don't want, none of the extra. Let's not fight about nothing. Let you just be a dad, let me be a mom, and let's figure these things out. This is what women do. They try to figure it out. So do men. Most of them. They're trying to figure this out. It seems that we forget that we have little brains involved they just don't understand. They don't understand what's going on. And as a parent, we have to do better. We got to do better as parents. We can't expect from a child what we're not showing them. That's the awakening. Like, you can't expect what you're not showing. Like, you're only going to get from your child what you're showing them. So you can't get upset when they're only giving you what you've been giving them. We can't blame anyone else. But, like I said, we fight for our families, but really we chase dreams that didn't. That's it. That's all we do. But what we really got to do is stop asking why me and start saying, try me. Try me. Stop asking and show why they shouldn't try you. Try me. Just say, try me. It's crazy because when I started to realize this, I said, okay, God, listen. When I realized this, I said, okay, God, if this chapter has to close, teach me how to write the next one in bold print. And guess what? Silence became my new favorite sound. But it was only to the world when I should have been giving silence to that one entity on this world that given me that feeling. But I gave silence to those who couldn't wait to see my next move. Yeah, I showed my best move, my next move, which I thought was my best move. until I realized that it was my worst move, because the only thing I can say um, is that people are not who they say they are. They live a lie, and they show you this being that helps them set things up. You know how it go. Um, but I'm gonna just say this: I have to. We have to. The world and the sound wave and everything else. We have to become silent so that things start to make sense. Now, I don't mean that in a form where silence is be God over everything. Like, you can't just silence everything. You have to silence what needs to be silenced, because there's a lot of things out there that, let me say, has silenced itself because you didn't want to let up on certain things that was going on within your life. So, like, sometimes love walks away, and this is true love. Not the love that broke you, but the true love walks away because it can't keep watching you. How can I say it? It can't keep watching you hurt someone or be hurt by someone. So it leaves. It doesn't want any part. Which then silence becomes like the anxiety. Oh my God, but I wish I could show y'all something that I watched earlier. I'm gonna make a short out of it. So don't worry about it. The short will be coming up soon, and I'm gonna link it in the description later. The description will have the short later. But just understand, the world is bigger than we think. And it's not just about these little pity games that people want to play, including me. Like, let's be real. Like, we all play games. We all, face facts and try to figure things out. But at the end of the day, there is one thing on this earth that we do not want to hurt, and that doesn't deserve to be hurt. And we have them every day. I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody's born every day, but we're going to pause on that. Clocking T. Someone's born every day. Clocking T. But anyways, I'm going to just say this. If peace had a ringtone, mine would be quiet. It would. Because since I've changed my number, the dings and the rings are not worth it. And after that, we going to the next thing, because it's time to rebuild. We need to rebuild. I'm just looking at all my babies, y'all. Watching them sleep. Don't nobody never want to go to the bed. They don't never want to go to the bed. They just sit here. They don't never want to leave my side. They think I'm going somewhere. Now y'all know y'all always with me. Look, I'm gonna have to turn the green screen off just so y'all can see it. But I'm turning it right back on. Let me see. Turn it on. Look at them. I'm gonna carry them to the bed in a minute. But I ain't got the right camera to show y'all me carrying them. But they don't never leave my side. Anyway, green screen. Back. Thing out of the way. Now, rebuilding. Everybody will tell y'all rebuilding. Rebuilding is not small. I'm gonna tell you that right now. If we got 5 senses, 5 of them, and all 5 of them decide to fall at the same time, you tell me how small you gotta start. You gotta break it up in between all of your senses. You cannot start at one sense. You gotta break it up. As far as like, let me explain. Cleaning. So like, when we cleaning, a lot of people decide to clean in one area. You cannot clean in one area if you think you finna get the whole house done. You gotta go at the same time. Kitchen, living room, bathroom, a couple things in the bedrooms, wash at the same time. Like this shit is not gonna last, okay? Like the rebuild is not small, but it's very small. Because sometimes we started from rock bottom and we gotta get things back into place the way we want it to be. Like in our own sense. Like smiling without forcing the smile. Like right now I'm so forcing my smile, but that's another whole nother conversation. I'm forcing it, but whole nother conversation. Things like remembering what I like to eat, what I like to wear. I've been getting back into it, trying to put my outfits together and trying to feel cute again, 15 years is a very long time for anybody. But I'm going to just say this, y'all, for real, though. When we healing, it's messy. No, like, it's messy like Betty. Petty. We be so petty when we healing because we be forgetting what we in the process of doing. But I don't know if y'all know about Mondays. But all my life I could not stand Mondays. Oh my God. Anybody that know me know Monday is not my day. But it's because, man, we gotta do so much on Monday. Like the progress of anything. It don't matter what you're doing. Monday is not the day to try to figure that out. Because it's like everybody's trying to figure it out on Monday. Dude. Just wait till Tuesday, because by Tuesday, most of the people are still trying to figure out what they're going to say on Wednesday. So if you just call on Tuesday, you should be good. And then don't call on Wednesday, because the people who thought about it on Tuesday called on Wednesday, and then call Thursday, because Friday they ain't even there that long. So don't waste your time. kids upstairs. The kids upstairs just woke up. They plopping, bleep plopping on the floor. I don't know what be going on up there. But anyway, I'm going to just say this. The woman who begged for help is now the woman building for her own ladder. I got to rebuild my ladder. I had a very strong ladder. Oh my God, y'all. My ladder was amazing. Like, yeah, one of my legs on my ladder was gone. Let me say it like this. Okay. We got two sides to a ladder. And one side is your mom and one side is your dad. So I'm going to say one of my legs to my ladder was gone. Period. Because my dad died when I was younger. So that leg is pretty much long gone. Like, before I could even figure it out, I wasn't even heavy. And this is what makes that make sense. The fact that, oh my God, please y'all listen to this. The fact that I was a baby, not so heavy, when one of my legs fell off my ladder, helped me still know how to balance on that one-legged ladder. And that's some powerful affirmations I just gave y'all. So listen, I was balancing on a one-legged ladder all my life. And it's a very tall ladder. Under the circumstances, it's very tall. But, you know, before I was 2 years old, I was balancing on a one-legged ladder. So my rebuild always come with one leg, which is probably where my mess up comes in at. But I don't want a therapist. So somebody, needs to come in, listen at these little podcasts that I'm finna start creating and comment. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Let's figure this thing out together, because I know that I'm not in it alone. But within that one-legged ladder, it's hard to rebuild and try to build something new when you are being hurt behind trying to do it. But I want y'all to do something. I built a routine. I built laughter. I built boundaries. Boundaries is very powerful. But I didn't realize that till I got in my situation a year ago. But I built boundaries. I'm trying to think, because a lot of us don't understand what a true boundary is. A boundary is built upon oneself so that we don't lose sight of who the original person is before that boundary was broken by whoever. It doesn't matter who broke the boundary. As long as you knew who you was before you set that boundary and it was tried to be slaughtered, because that's what they try to do. They slaughter our boundaries to make us forget who we are. And then they pull you into what they want you to be. And then you start to believe it, and, your boundaries get pushed so far away that you forget. But we don't want to forget. So That's the first thing I want you to do. I want you to rebuild those boundaries. And every time that you say no to your past, I want you to say yes to your future. I want you to write this down if you're listening. The rebuild is proof you survive the storm. Did you want me to say that again? The rebuild is proof you survived the storm. I'm doing that right now, but it's been so much added to my rebuild. I don't even know what to say. But I'm going to rebuild it. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to rebuild it. What's ever added to the storm can be conquered because God will not give you anything that you cannot handle. But He will keep throwing you a monkey wrench if you decide to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Okay? It's like we're blaming an entity who's allowing us to see the truth. And no matter how much that we decide to do the total opposite of what we're being told to do, we still want to blame the thing that already told us not to do it. So let's be real with ourselves and stop kidding the game and play the game correctly. Let's just play the game correctly. And with that being said, once you start playing the game correctly, the light returns. Play the game correctly and the light will return. The light always returns. The light never left. The light never left. It only feel like it returned because you stopped seeing it or believing it or knowing it or whatever we're supposed to have inside of ourselves to know that it's there. I'm just saying. But anyways, one day I woke up and I realized I couldn't talk about it. Y'all couldn't talk about this. What I'm talking with y'all about right now, I couldn't talk about it. Y'all want to know why? I couldn't talk about it. Because all I ever did was cry. I cried so hard. I didn't want to let go. I thought it was my fault. I didn't know what to do. Oh my God. This is what we do. But what I forgot to realize was before I was crying, I stopped crying for a very long time. I stopped crying for maybe, 2 years before I cried again? Because I thought, like, what was the point? It was like nobody was listening anyways. So I just held it in. Who cares? You know? Like, what's the point of crying? Who's going to see you? Who's going to hear you? Who cares? But, I received something very vulgar. Something that I thought I would never receive, never would see. And I cried myself to sleep like a baby. But it wasn't because I saw it. Let's be real on that one. It wasn't because I saw it. It was because I thought that was more important. That one thing that was sent to my phone was more important than a smile on my children face. And at that moment right there, I knew that I did still have a light. I had a light inside of me that no one could break, no matter what it was that I was going through, because at the end of the day, I only wonder and hurt for my children. And that's it. And after that, I started to laugh again. And I was doing this before, but I allowed this entity to step back in and make me feel like I was loved again, or whatever it is that we feel. I don't even know at this point. Like, we be like gullible and vulnerable and like in the clouds. Like, but whatever it is, I'm not judging any of us. Because I do it. We've all done it. We still do it. But don't judge yourself for it. You just love harder than others. What again? Like I said, I laugh with my kids. I mean, y'all don't even understand. It's the kind of laugh that shakes your bones. Like, it makes your shoulders move left and right. Like, you can't believe you even laughing that hard with these kids. Like, you about to pass out trying to hold your shoulders still. I cannot, because I did it earlier today. And if y'all go and watch when I was cleaning up, you will see it. You will see it. But it ain't nothing you can hide. Like, you could be so angry, and next thing you know, you laughing so hard, you having a hurricane in your shoulders. Like a real life hurricane from your kids. The same one you just was like, hey, if you don't stop that, I'm going to kick your blam. Sit down. And right after you say that, you laughing. So, like, let's be real. All I gotta say is, they say love is blind. Mine must have been nearsighted because I can see just fine. No, for real, I can see just fine. And listen, I still believe in love. I still believe in love. And just read the fine print first. Read the fine print first. Forgiveness. It isn't saying that we're right. It's saying I won't let them rent space in my soul. I won't let them rent space in my soul. So forgive them. So you can let them out of there. Because no one can take our soul. We are too strong for that. Let it go. The precept. Listen. Listen. The peace I prayed for came quietly. Dressed in ordinary days. I mean, ordinary days. I watch my kids doing anything. I watch myself yelling while I'm cleaning up. I'm Instacart and dropping off somebody's order, watching another person get into a car accident, or I'm seeing a car accident, I'm riding past, or a homeless couple walking down the street with their kids, but they're together and they're doing it as one. This is the things that I see in everyday life. Somebody breaking down on the side of the street, not knowing how they finna get their car home. We all go through problems. This is what we have to deal with. Okay? but the peace that we all decide to pray for. The only way you're going to hear it is if you are quiet. Do you hear that? Quiet. But I stopped chasing explanations. Joy found me in the grocery aisle, humming that song I didn't even know I remembered. No, for real, y'all. And I gotta be so honest. But it was Michael something. And the song that I was humming came from the grandmother of my children on their father's side. And it was like, I got so excited. I was so excited when I was humming this song. And I'm like, hey, hey. You know what I'm saying? I'm dancing to it. And I'm like, dang, I remember this song. But I couldn't remember the name of the person who played the song. And I hope that one day she decides to watch the video and tell me the name of the person's song. But all I could think about was how she told me before I even had my last child to let it. And with my mom before the first child to let it go. My mom, my own mother, told me to go before the first child was born. I had her twin by the third child, and on the fourth, before the fourth, I was told by the mother of the father to let it go. And I still didn't believe it. I still didn't believe it. I thought that what I was doing was right. I thought that this was the plan. This was the way it was supposed to go, you know? Until I remember nothing lasts forever. And the only person that knows another person better than you do is their own parents. So I'm going to say it like this. The power in letting go. The power in letting go. I used to think closure meant getting an apology. I always wanted an apology and a closure. Tell me why you did it so I can let go. Now I know closure is the moment you stop waiting for. What happened could have broken me, but it built this. Why rest on true stories? I may have been left with our 4 kids, but I was also left with 4 reasons to rise. I may have been made homeless, but I was never hopeless. Because the same storm that tried to drown me was sent to teach me how to walk on water. And y'all know who all walked on water, right? But let's keep going. And to you listening, you are not what they did to you. You are what you did. next. You are what you do next. You are what you continue to do to rise. And I'm going to tell you like this. This is Lucretia Walton. And you're listening to Why Rest on True Stories. Rest easy, but never rest on lies. Till next time, enjoy those wonderful lives given to you and smile, even when it's hard, because it could be worse. Love you.